Can you hear me now? Good.
I know, I was like waiting for that.
Yeah. Trey and I met officially the first time I remember. We met in our missions.
I'm just like, oh cool, like nice to meet you. It wasn't one of those sketchy situations like this elder sister holding hands underneath the table and more counsel, none of that weird stuff.
Our two companionships were just way good friends by the end of it.
I went out to eat with my mission mom, and I was like, oh, I'm sad 'cause my trainer's going home, pretty sad about that. I'm like, oh yeah, Sister Horgesheimer, I'm gonna miss her when she goes home. And then, so my mission mom took that to be like, oh, okay.
As departing missionaries got to go to the temple with our mission president and his wife, and she stops us and she's just like, all right, sisters, this is a serious conversation here. I wanna know what elders you guys would consider dating when you got home. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't have an answer for that.
And she's just like, well, I know someone who's fond of you. So later on when I heard this, I was just like, I didn't even say anything.
And so the first guess, Elder Ellis.
She's like, Ellis, just right away.
She's like, how did you know that? And I don't know, we just became good friends over this transfer.
I wasn't even thinking about dating or anything.
I got home, we wrote off and on for quite a while.
I still had a year left to my mission. I wrote longer letters to her than I did to my mom some of the times.
Really looking back on it, that is where our relationship started, through all of our letters. We just wrote as friends, but we just got to know so much about each other.
Just a couple months before I went home, I just emailed her, and it was the email that I just said, hey, like, if you're still single, like, I think that you're way awesome, and I'd love to just try things out.
And I was just like, secretly so happy.
This is where it gets good, right? So I came home.
And I saw his sister had posted a picture of her and him at the airport. And I just like got butterflies in my stomach. I was so nervous.
That first night, late at night, I call her.
It was so good to talk to him. I had never been able to talk to someone as easily as I had with him. And I was just like so happy about that. He got to Provo a week later, knocked on the door, and I answered, and he just ran right in and gave me the biggest hug. We got to where he dropped me off, and it's just like, he's not gonna do this right now, but then I was like, I can totally see him doing this right now.
Because on my mission, I learned how to be bold, right? So that night when I dropped her off, kissed her goodnight.
He kissed you before the first date?
Yes, he kissed me before the first date.
And then the next day was when we officially had our first date.
Trey is awesome. He just like held my hand right at the beginning. He just kept it all like so chill, so casual, but yet you could just tell how much he cared about me.
And we ended up going actually into the canyon, but we ended up at Squaw Peak. Well, we just sat there kind of overlooking the city and just talking for hours.
Literally a 13-hour date, and still to this day, my favorite date that we went on.
From day one, I was all head over heels for her, and I was just like, she's amazing.
Trey's gonna say that I stressed him out a lot because I'd bring up something new to work on every single night.
Something I love about her is that like, we could talk through anything together.
Finally, the whole marriage question came into mind for both of us.
Kind of said it before, but like she has a little bit more to decide on with me, but she's a little bit more perfect than I am. So like, I was just like, yeah, why not? Like, I want to marry this girl.
I told him, I was like, I have no concerns right now. Like, things are great. I feel good about this. And all of a sudden he jumped the gun and was like, how about December? And I'm like, okay, that's where we stop. Nope, I can't do December, that's too quick.
For me, it wasn't a big event to talk about marriage. That's what we're looking towards, so let's talk about it. But to her, it was like, whoa.
We were just driving home that night, had a really good conversation. We always had good conversations coming to and from Bountiful. And it was a perfect night. I love thunderstorms.
Like every single time that she hears some or sees it, she's like,
just watching this thunderstorm, and he just went completely quiet. And if you know Trey, that is not Trey. He's never quiet, and it's a good thing, but he's never quiet. Eventually, he was just like, Kel, I just want to tell you something.
I love you, and I just do.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that was coming, but it was awesome. And
she's like, oh, and I was like,
I love you too, and I'm so glad that we finally said that, because it's just It's so nice. I just feel like our relationship moved to a new level.
So then Christmas, we decided we were gonna spend at her house.
So Christmas Eve rolls around and we're at a family party, not thinking anything of it, just chilling, having a really fun time with my family. And Trey was like, I have a present for you, but I think it would be fun if just the two of us opened it together because it's pretty cheesy.
My family's all about the cheese. Cheese on our food and cheese in our gifts.
He brought this present over, it's a huge box. I opened it and I started pulling out these envelopes and it was like,
The 5 reasons why I love her.
just kept opening up these envelopes and some of the reasons he just said because he can't get enough of my kisses. And
Then there's a little Hershey's Kisses thing in there.
at the end, there was a note that said, I love you, like really, really. And that's just a cute phrase that he always tells me all the time. After I looked up from reading that card,
I was on my knee right in front of her with the ring and she was just like, just like so surprised, totally caught her off guard.
with the ring in his hand. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, this is not happening. I did not believe him for literally 10 minutes.
My hands were kind of shaking and I couldn't get them to stop shaking a little bit and she was shaking a little bit. They were just so happy.
Just the two of us, it was such a cute moment and Christmas tree was lit up just by the fireplace.
And of course we ran up afterwards and told her family and everything and it was great.
6-month engagement later, here we are. I'm super excited.
It's gonna be so nice to just be able to say goodnight and then right in the morning not have to say a good morning text. Just like look over and like, hey, like good morning.
Trey's the cutest with kids, so I just can't wait to see him with our kids as well. Just to like have a cute little family, cute little Ellis family. It's about to be started, it's gonna be awesome. I just cannot imagine any happier of a life right now. I'm just so excited.
I love her, like really, really. Just so excited for the future, just excited for our life. So, and cut.